You've probably seen people flashing crazy Amazon profits online, but how much do regular Amazon sellers make? In this video, I'm breaking down how much profit you can realistically expect. Let's get into it. So it does depend on a few key factors. It's not really a one size fits all, and a lot of things come into it, like with how much capital you have to begin with, how much time you have, how much experience you have running a business, especially an online business. Your starting point does matter a lot, but a good thing is everyone can improve from where they are. How much capital you have to begin with does play a major role in how fast you can realistically expect to scale your Amazon FBA business. The more money, more inventory, the faster you can scale your business. But that does not mean you don't need to learn how to source, how to put systems in place, because if you have lots of capital but without the knowledge, you are going to burn very fast. Lots of people say that you can hire a VA that already knows how to source. But the thing is, if you do that, that's not really going to work out for you in the long run, because they could be buying bad deals and you don't know what a good deal is. So the best advice for me to give you, learn your keeper graphs, learn how to send in an FBA shipment, learn to do all these things to begin with. When it does come down to hiring someone else to do these tasks, you can oversee it and you know how you would like it to be done. Even if you do have a small budget though, smarter sourcing wins every time. If you have a smaller budget, let's say £1,000, and you're willing to do the work, which look for deals that are over 50% return on investment or even 100% return on investment deals, you can expect if you spend £500 on 100% return on investment deals, you can expect £500 back. Of course, you're going to grow much faster than someone who's not got the knowledge but got plenty of capital, investing their capital into bad stock. The more and more reps you put in for your sourcing at the very start, your knowledge will then compound and your skills will become a weapon over time. So you're going to have a couple constraints, and these constraints are going to vary on depending on how much capital you have. If you have lots of capital but not enough knowledge, your constraint is going to be knowledge, and you're going to have to go and learn. You can either do this by buying courses, watching lots of YouTube videos, but the main thing is no matter how many YouTube videos you watch, no matter how many courses you buy, no matter how much info you gather, if you are not taking action, you are never going to learn yourself, because the best way to learn is by doing it. Now, if the situation is flipped and you have not enough capital, but you have lots of knowledge, you've been watching lots of YouTube videos for ages, you've bought a course, you've got a mentor, you've got a coach, you have someone that has fed you with lots of knowledge, but you do not have the capital, and your constraint is your capital. You can either look for funds elsewhere, or you can just go slow, focus on finding high return on investment deals, and continue to keep reinvesting your profits. And then over time, it will compound, and you will have a decent sized business before you know it. The good thing about constraints is they're flexible. If you're willing to put the work in, you can overcome any constraint over time. What you actually want from this business does play a major role also in how much profit you can realistically expect from this business. If you want a 1k month profit just to add to your 9 to 5 job, or if you want a small business that is making £10,000 a month in profit, as you want a little bit more freedom, you want to work remotely, and you want to spend more time with your family. So therefore, your goals will then set your required effort and then also set your timeline. The thing is, the best thing about Amazon, there is not really any limit. The only limit in this business is realistically you. Amazon does not cap your business. You can make as much profit as you want, but it does come down to your work ethic, your mindset, and of course, consistency and turning up every day. They are your real barriers, to be completely honest. Now, from what I've seen from many other sellers, the realistic expectations of profit you can make in the first 6 months is normally around £200 to £1,000 a month is common to see. But remember, the first 6 months, you're stacking the skills and planning on how to grow the business. After a year, if you've been putting in the time and you've been consistent with it, you can expect £2,000 profit months to around about 5,000 profit months. Of course, it does range, as it does depend on how much capital you have available to deploy. Now, after this time frame, scaling to 10k months is possible, but it requires stacking skills, cash, and systems. Remember, if you stay consistent, continue to keep reinvesting your profits, not taking any money out, and not rushing on when you're buying inventory and making big decisions within your Amazon FBA business, you will for sure succeed. Now, if you want real FBA advice without all the fake hype, make sure you hit like, hit subscribe. I'm dropping new videos every week to help you scale your Amazon FBA business. I want you guys to build something real, not just dream about it.